groovy.
Welcome to Horror After Midnight. I am your host, Casey, here tonight with the one and only Slinky Jallo, and we have a very special guest, Mr. Brian Patrick O'Toole. Thank you for joining us.
That's okay. Special because you can read to me slow.
Nah, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us, man. This is awesome.
Because you're talking about one of my favorite movies of all time,
Yes.
which I'm about to rip apart.
It's all good. We're talking about Madman, everybody. Madman.
Man, I watched Hatchet.
Oh,
Same
crap.
damn movie. No, just kidding.
I adore this flick. I really do. It's I'm surprised so many people haven't seen it. You know, it's like a forgotten gem, I guess.
Yeah, in a way.
Well, I think it was locked up in bankruptcy court for a while, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And then I know it was seized during the video nasty craze. It's on the list, but I guess it was never fully prosecuted. So whatever. It's got a lot of history in the production and everything.
There was a bunch of like fake names were used because people didn't want to be involved in it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, it was what? Madman came out in 1982. Directed by Joe Gione, written by Joe Gione, produced by Gary Sales. It has Dawn of the Dead's Galen Ross in it, but she doesn't go by Galen Ross. She goes by Alexis Dubin. And maybe that was like a SAG issue, I think.
Yeah.
That's what you do. Like we had in one of my films, we wanted to use Dee Wallace, but we were a non-union production. So what generally you have to go favored nations or something. And so she had to actually leave the writers or the Screen Actors Guild to be in our movie, and then we just paid for her to go back to it. So yeah, there's all these tricks. Plus, $200,000. So like, you know,
yeah.
Let me ask you something. Whatever name she went by, do you really think she wanted to be in that movie? I mean,
no.
She was the most cash. I was like, she does not want to be there. Like,
you can kind of tell she phones her performance in, man, because it's bad. You know,
It was.
Let's see. It had 3 release dates, which is kind of interesting. It was released in Wilmington, Delaware for the premiere in January 82. Then in January 83, it was premiered in New York City. And then in February 83, it was released in LA. Budget was $350,000, made $1.3 million, and it's still on the video nasty list as we live and breathe.
I think it got off in Ireland just recently. I think Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
Watch it now.
There's still movies that are coming off that list today. You know,
right?
Like Cannibal Holocaust is just getting the rounds now because it was banned for so long.
Yeah.
Only those.
Mm-hmm.
But I was lucky because I saw it in the theaters. Here's the thing. I know I saw it in 82. See, I saw it in a theater in Chicago called the Montclair. It was one of those dollar theaters.
Okay.
Second-hand run. Although I think it was $1.50 then.
$1.50. Wow.
That's Chicago. At all the theaters, it was playing with the Boogans.
Oh,
right.
Okay,
And
that's cool.
Want to see the Boogans, okay? Love the Boogans, right? I was, except one theater. It was showing with I Spit on Your Grave.
What a mix. Yeah.
So at the Montclair, it was Madman and I Spit on Your Grave. So anyway, I went with my buddies Tony and Ron, and the movie starts. Okay, and it warns you right away that it's a camp for gifted children,
gifted youngsters. Yeah.
How gifted are they? All they do is drive away on the bus at the end. Yeah. Where are they gifted? I don't know. Maybe
they left that out.
Presents?
I think it's kids that the parents forgot they were at camp. It was like the Scragglers. Like, we have a kid. I think because remember, it takes place before Thanksgiving for Max's winter break. You know.
Yeah, so it's like a fall camp.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, because who has anyway? So I knew we
It
were.
has charm, damn it.
It does. I love the movie. Don't get me wrong, because you're about to think how much I hate it, but I really do love it. So the movie starts, and right away we know we're in trouble because it opens with a musical number. What
Yes.
slasher movie opens with a musical number? He's singing some song, I don't know. So I'm thinking it should go to Broadway because think about it. Like they should do a little shop of horrors of this because there's also a great room for a song in the hot tub scene.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about the hot tub scene. So they do this circle, like, because she does not want to be in this movie. And he comes towards her, she goes away, they do a circle. I was waiting for a whirlpool to show up, you know?
Well,
Yeah,
it
that's what I thought
starts
too.
there for a second. They're on a spin cycle. By the
Yeah.
time
I'm like, somebody's going to get sucked down. Not in a good way.
oh.
Well, if you watch it, she does stay under the water for a few minutes, and then
She said she wouldn't let me finish. Ooh.
yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
so I'm not really sure what you was doing.
Yeah.
There was nothing erotic in it. Well, there was one scene that was really hot. It was when those two men are grabbing the axe handle and not letting go for like what 10 minutes.
If you have the movie on and like say you're cleaning, right? And that scene happens and you're not watching the screen, it could be mistaken for something completely different, you know.
Yeah.
No, it's just a close up of two hands on a handle, and I'm like,
innuendo.
this isn't right. So anyway, so we're watching in the movie theater, and obviously the audience isn't into it. So sometimes you have that perfect moment, and we just went into this mystery theater science 3000 mode, and we had that whole audience cracking up through the whole movie. Like, you know, with Richie's yelling, Madman Mars, So we just made that, it became our Rocky Horror for a night. It was.
It's easy to do that with this film, though. That's the thing, like, because it was slapdash together, I guess, because they were filming this at the same time as The Burning, and they found out. I guess some girl came in to audition for Madman, and she was telling one of her actress friends, "Oh yeah, they're shooting a movie similar to this in upstate New York," and it was The Burning.
Really?
They were used the Cropsey legend too, and so they didn't want to, I guess, do a Armageddon Deep Impact kind of thing, and so they changed it up, and we got Madman Mars.
Yeah, they had to change the whole story and script and everything to make Madman because it was supposed to be the Cropsey legend also.
Yeah, it's yeah, and
well, that makes sense then. Never mind.
Yeah, that's why it was just what in the hell? Like he just up one day he's just like I'm gonna murder my family. Sounds like a good idea, and just that's why it's kind of like what the hell. So
you know how families are.
I know.
You were probably noisy. Listen. I brought dates home in a bag, so listen. All good monsters you can sympathize with, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Frankenstein, Dracula, Godzilla. It wasn't their fault. Godzilla just wanted to go home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even Jason.
Buildings where he used to shit, but there you go. So I sympathize with Madman Mars through the whole movie.
All he wanted to do was go to the bar and have a drink, and then the locals, damn locals,
The kid goes into his house, messing things up.
That's the one comeuppance in the movie that you're just really salivating for, and just nothing happens to Richie. You're like, you dirty little kid.
Yeah, he's the one that starts it all, and then ends up being basically only survivor.
Window, well, I mean, they set their camp up or their fire pit in Madman's front yard. I'd be pissed about that.
Yeah.
Look at it this way: Richie is short for Richard. You know what else is short for Richard?
Yeah.
He was a dick.
Yeah.
So
it's what is it? I've talked to Gary Sales before on Facebook, and I guess they're trying to do a reboot / remake sequel, whatever the hell that means.
Wait, musical. This needs to be a musical.
Dude, I'll pitch him.
Tagline. They thought they were alone. That's a song
Exactly.
they're making.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They thought they were alone now. Oh no, wait, that's a Tiffany song. Well, they'll get the right.
They were alone. Oh yeah. But I said to him, I said, so you guys are gonna try to do another one. He's like, yeah, we got this. Da, 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 da. And I was like, can you please kill Richie? And he was like, we got something special planned for Richie. So I can only can imagine.
No, the guy that played TP is dead, right?
Yeah, Tony Fish. He passed in 2009.
Yeah, that's sad. So anyway, we made the theater laugh, and we ended on a high. It was great, and then I Spit on Your Grave comes on.
Oh
Okay,
boy.
that's not a joyful movie at all.
That's you need a shower after you watch that one. Like
Yeah, and so I was fortunate because I love slasher movies. The fact that I even got to make one with Basement Jack, I'm so happy because to me, slasher movies are modern urban legends. The Legend of and the Legend of Freddy, the Legend of Madman Mar. You know what I'm saying? So they're part of the consciousness. So
cautionary tales, most of them are, if you think about it. Don't pick on the nerdy kid. Don't play a practical joke that's going to go haywire, disfigure him, and
now I see it the other way. Pick on that nerdy kid. Kill those kids having sex because I don't like watching people getting something I'm not.
Oh, there we go. See, all right. It's all perspective.
I got a pickaxe with them. Anyway, I always relate to the monster. That's
well, yeah,
so, yeah, usually.
Yeah, and it was. But I have to say though, the murders, I really like the murders because, well, I like some of them. Like when, obviously, I hope whoever's watching this has seen the movie already.
People watching the show, we destroy the movie any chance of.
Okay. So when TP gets strung up, okay, most of those movies, they hang them and they're dead and you cut away, right? Well, he's struggling.
He's fighting it. Yeah. He's not going down without a fight, man.
And you're not seeing that. But then again, they ruin it by when that blonde guy is being chased with the axe. That scene had more shots than the shower scene in Psycho.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't even get paid off. It's like he picks up the axe, he swings it, boom, they cut to Ross. And I'm like, what? And then what's her name? The girl that was like way too old for that role.
Flute, the one that's running around.
Yeah, not with
kind of being crunchy granola,
No, the girl that with the green raincoat. I forgot her character name. But
in the fridge, is it?
The one behind the fridge, yeah. She hides in the fridge.
She's a makeup girl that they asked to be in the movie because the actress dropped out. That's why when you look at her, she just looks doe-eyed as fuck throughout the whole flick. She's just
she does.
Well, I like when she's running through the woods and she's taking mini steps. like is the camera keeping up with me? It's like there's a lot of
falls like a dozen times. Yeah.
There's a lot of scenes like that. Like when Richie goes in the basement of Madman Mars's house. So I guess that's a closet in the real house. So he does that fake slipping down. I remember laughing so hard. I'm like, oh my God, that's funny. But it was a low budget horror film. I love them because they have to do things like that. And I'm the only one that notices stupid things like that. I swear to God. I don't
make movies, so it's exactly.
Right. So, but I mean, I'm just like, but I still loved it.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of this movie. I love it. With all its flaws.
And they used the red paint blood.
Yes, the melted crayon blood. Yes.
I love that blood.
It's very Dawn of the Deadish.
Yeah. It's like I want to go back to that. Like when we did Cemetery Gates. The blood that we used was actually copyrighted. Like the formula to make it was like they had a copyright on it and everything. Personally, I think they just added dish soap to it. But
yeah,
I don't know.
It's probably Caro,
Well, that's the main ingredient. Yeah. That's sticky licky. So he uses the typical weapons, the axe, the rope, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look what the damage he did with just his nails.
Yeah,
That
because it has
crawl-
the
boom,
yeah, and then I
Oh
love when
yeah,
he
he
shoots
ripped
his
his
feet.
throat
and
off. Yeah.
Galen in her face. Which
Man,
boy, that grew. It's like it was sort of like Dorothy's pigtails in The Wizard of Oz. It's
yeah,
like it
it
starts
was just
a
his
little,
nose at first, I think, and then it was you
and then
know.
she's a mess. Um, but yeah, but I'm trying. I was trying to think of the second I wanted to
How did he get into the storage shed when Dippy had to unlock it?
window in the back.
I didn't see a window.
You know, a window.
It's yeah, no, I'm just there's like all right. I think my favorite kill in the movie is the truck hood because you've
Yeah.
never seen that before, you know. Um
Wait, when did Mother's Day come out?
around the same time,
It's like
82,
1980.
83 maybe. Or
Oh,
no,
I
no.
think it came out in 80 or 81.
You're right. It's been a long day.
Doesn't matter. I like it. Shop as many people in the car as possible. That's the more the merrier.
Yeah. That was a really cool
That,
kill. I just slams the trunk,
Yeah.
slams the hood, and cuts her head off.
Yeah,
hey,
and then the
jump
guy has
on,
to like fish the head out, chuck it in the woods, and then like
Especially when
cool
the
sequence.
next people come to start the truck, and you can actually hear like the fan like chopping into her skull.
Here's the squishy sound effects.
Yeah.
I didn't like to see TP get killed because I always root for like the most awkward person in the movie, but I'm glad that belt buckle led to his death
Yeah.
because that's what Mars grabs to pull him down when he's like fighting um it was cool when he
well,
flipped his eyelids backwards, I think. When his
yeah,
eyes
when
went like dead white. That was neat.
he was
Uh,
at. Well, isn't that what you do with TP? Don't you pull it down
yeah,
and then?
yeah, exactly. Goes over, not under.
I don't know. Now I've
It's got a lot
read.
of like I don't know. I think why I like it is because it's it's real easy to make fun of. Because my daughter and I used to rip on this movie all the time. We'd put it on and just our faces and sides would hurt from laughing for an hour and a half. I always said the singer of the song at the Spin Cycle sex scene is tone deaf because there's and I recently found out that's Tony Fish himself. He's singing the song to his own sex scene. So
Hey, and in
hey,
the new Broadway musical version, I could see Matthew Broderick as Madman Mars.
they have to. It's Madman Mars.
With Kane as Max,
Yeah.
who just he says a few things, goes away, comes back just to pick up Richie.
Yeah.
And what
Remember,
happened to the
he's out
kids on the
playing cards.
bus? Those
He's-
gifted kids on the bus. Where are they?
Well,
I
there's
don't
only
know.
the stragglers left. I think all the smart ones left. We got the ones that like take the trash out and stuff.
Yeah,
and
they
here,
never really explained that.
yeah, and then like you're kind of I wouldn't say because I've never rooted for Galen Ross in this flick because I'm just like, oh, she gets the bus, get on the bus. She gets the kids on the bus, and like you think she's gonna Sarah Connor that shit, and no, he sticks his arm in the door, and all of a sudden the bus doesn't work. Like I said, man, it's real easy to rip apart this movie. I like the music. The music's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's
the
its
score
own
was
horror
really good.
song, like
I
cautionary
think
song.
the soundtrack. I'll have to look.
Yeah, the
I think
soundtrack's
I
awesome.
might have it. I have stupid things. I don't know why I would have a soundtrack to that because I don't see myself going, I think I'll listen to the Madman soundtrack while I write.
When I draw, I'll be like, I want to hear The Legend of Madman Mars. Like, yeah, no.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
there's
that
that.
Has its own lore as a song. I think that's neat.
Yeah, that was cool.
But in the opening scene where TP's singing the Ballad of Madman Mars or whatever, they do these vignettes of the people. The camera will show a shot of the doe-eyed makeup girl and her boyfriend with the porn stash, and then all of a sudden it shows them getting drug off into the woods, and then you're kind of like, I've never seen that in a horror movie before, where they kind of spoil who gets it, like
right, because that's
all
called
right there in the beginning.
foreshadowing.
No, it'd be flash forwards, wouldn't it? That's
Okay.
they were like premonitions,
Yeah.
but who's having the premonition? You know what
I
I'm
don't.
saying?
I don't
If
know.
they're going, it's like sort of like when Ellen Brody sees her son being killed in Jaws: Revenge. The
Yeah.
best Jaws, fight
It
me.
follows them from Amity to the Bahamas. That's
Why?
That's an amazing
such a
sentiment.
great movie. And it has
I
Lance
got
Guest.
I gotta sell plasma to make movies, my movies, and then they make that crap, and they got
What,
millions of dollars.
what is it?
I'm not
Lorraine, I
complete
forget her name. It's who she's married to. It doesn't matter.
the
Jaws of
studio.
Revenge.
They all are. Oh, believe me, you got to know somebody. You got to sleep with somebody.
That shark killed your father. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
I was never pretty enough to prostitute.
oh
Mm,
man, my dad
me
always said
either.
if girl, he'd never
Anyway,
work in his life. Oh, never mind.
But there
so I
was
had
that one scene in Madman where like the girl's going behind the cabins and you can see the sun rising right behind her. Then like seconds later, it's like pitch black again.
we can't control the sun, Chris. Sometimes you go overboard.
Put a tarp up, damn it.
I might have a scene or two like that in some of my movies.
Yeah, I'm saying something small that I noticed.
The thing that
Real,
good.
that's what you're focused on. Not the, not the fact that in a moving car he pulls the guy out the window.
There is another part actually that I
And she
noticed too when
falls out of the
the
truck. That chick falls down all the time.
yeah, the truck scene. It's like the girl hits like a tree or something. You can tell that like it came to a complete stop, and then she kind of just like falls over to the side and falls out the door.
I'm gonna go hide in the fridge. He's right behind her. When she's pulling the shit out of the fridge, she's hitting him with the shelves.
She's makeup, Greg. She's
I
makeup.
know.
Give her a break.
I do think Madman's intimidating. Paul Ehlers. He's a
Oh
big
yeah,
Why?
guy. Like that, the one
Why?
scene chasing the makeup girl, he takes the fucking whole door down, and you're like, oh, you know. Um,
oh yeah,
I like the makeup. The makeup I think was done well.
The
He's
Hobbit slipper.
yeah. I like the gnarly feet, but they do. He has like hobbit's feet, hobbitses. Um, I'm
Well,
pissed he killed Dippy. He shouldn't have killed Dippy. Why are you gonna fuck with the chef, man?
yeah.
yeah, that was some cameo. I was like, you know, they should have gave him a few more lines. It's like he might as well be wearing a red shirt. Like you're dead.
Uh,
Um, but I like when the first time we see Madman Mars leaving the house, he's skipping.
yeah, he's like,
He's skipping because he's a habitus.
Yeah.
well, I think wait, Richie's in the house when he leaves, right? No, that's
Yeah,
right. Richie hasn't gone in the house yet. That's right.
Richie's looking out the window, and Madman Mars goes
That's
skipping
right.
off.
He sees him fucking leave.
Yeah,
He
he
looked
comes up through like the basement through those like cellar type doors, and that's when
Yeah,
Madman
you
takes
have
off and Richie's
access in the
upstairs.
house. You got to go outside to get down in the basement. Um, it's funny because there's a couple of scenes in the movie where you see Richie kind of scurrying on the first floor, Madman's on the second floor, or I'm sorry, Richie's. They walk past each other like 5 times, and I never got that. Um, what the hell was it? The
I think Richie thought he was in another movie.
maybe
It did not. He never interacts with anybody except when he goes on the road. Then he has that flashback
he's
where
free.
I admit though I think I stole it. Well, in the 80s, it was really popular to have at the end of the movie, and I think this was taken from Halloween, is that you have to
Yeah,
have the cast's final bow. So you have to have all
Yeah,
the dead strung up. It was like
mhm.
mortuary, happy birthday to me,
I love Happy Birthday.
April Fool's Day. They were all around the table, even though that was a joke.
Yeah,
But there's
yeah,
yeah,
that's right. The big reveal. Team Muffy or Team Buffy? Um,
Team
well,
Killer.
exactly. Nah, that the end of that movie pissed me off when I first saw it. Um, all right
Well, it was really the only
thing it
logic.
was their only go to. Yeah, exactly.
It
yeah.
certainly was better than the Blair Witch Project. Fight me. That's the worst. Freaking ending. I'm sorry. Are you staring at a wall? I'm
It
sorry.
was a bad ending.
But that's
yeah.
where they put
I
the
did
kids
enjoy
when
the
they
rest
were
of it.
bad.
Where was
And
that in the? No. I'm sorry.
I
We'll
love
do
the.
another show, the Blair Witch Project. Oh,
Chris about to pull his knife out.
because it ruined 10 years of movies with all this lost footage garbage. Have you seen a really good one? No, you haven't.
There's a couple. See, here's the thing about found footage, man. If it's done, there's a really good way you can do it to where it's kind of creepy, you know.
Yeah.
But not everybody can do, you know. There were so many slapdashed found footage flicks where
Yeah, like
it's
As Above, So Below, that was awesome. That was
yeah,
a good one.
good. That one's good. I
That was,
actually bought that one. You know,
oh, you haven't seen it yet?
no, as
Oh,
what
it's a
is it?
good
So above, as below. Is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about? Yeah, I
yeah, they're
have it.
going
It's in the pile.
French
So,
catacombs. Oh,
yeah,
yeah, I got
yeah.
one of those piles too.
Yeah.
And Final
No, no.
Prayer is really good.
I heard that. I'm gonna. That's on
Yeah. I
Tubi.
remember that one. Yeah, that was good.
It's called The
I
Borderlands.
believe it was on
It's
Tubi.
called Final Prayer. The end
Yeah,
messed me up, man. You have to watch it. It's pretty good. So yeah, if it's
Yeah.
certain
ways you can do them properly, but
well,
yeah,
but Madman was what, $200,000. God bless him. And and you learn. I learn a lot watching those movies. Like
mhm,
I love those kind of movies because they're honest.
yeah,
They didn't throw
Yeah.
money at.
Madman's one of the ones you can see you see where the money went on screen. Like you can totally, for the
Oh
most.
yeah.
I like how it's lit because it gives off a very creep show kind of comic booky vibe with the reds and the blues out in the woods. It's real pretty. There's a
Yeah,
release though that they sapped all the color out of, and it's the anniversary release that has that real long documentary on it.
Oh, okay.
really? I just
Yeah,
have this,
it's not
which I'm
that one.
showing you, then I can write it off. No, I'm just kidding. But
It's for research,
research exactly.
R&D.
Yeah.
So the one thing that does crack me up in this movie is, hey, Billy, I haven't seen him. We should go look for him. Okay, I'll go. Where'd Stan go? Well, him and Billy. Oh, I'll go look for him. I'll go. Just one after. Um, wouldn't like six of you go with a gun and a couple flashlights that work properly? Like I just,
Yeah, you would think so after like 3 or 4 people were missing.
yeah. And
No,
where the hell's Richie? Like, uh,
well,
it's
come on. Nobody likes stupid Richie. I wouldn't look for him either.
curse
For
you, Richie.
everybody else, they should have just looked at the axe handle because it seemed to be magical. Everyone wanted to hold it for
Yeah.
10 minutes.
And they made a big thing about how difficult it is to pull out. And then, of course, we have to show how strong Madman is. And he goes up and minimal effort, just pow, pulls it
Yeah,
out.
the
Right,
whole stump just
which
breaks in
is
half.
good. But then he picks up that guy
And
and
why
we're
isn't he?
waiting. Why didn't he tear him apart or something? Just holding him.
Yeah. I
And then
mean,
there's the
it's cool.
wires, just like the lion's tail in Wizard of Oz. Oh, look at the wires. See, that's the danger of, I'm holding it up again, of Blu-ray, is that you get to see all the negative things too.
Blu-ray
Like,
ruined Star Wars for me. The Battle of Hoth. You see the snow speeder, but you can see the framing they did for the rotoscoping and stuff.
I
And
think Disney fixed that. Didn't
okay.
Disney?
Yeah, they did the same thing in Spookies.
Oh yeah, because you can see wires going across the floor behind Creon, and I don't care. I'll fight anybody. I love that movie. Let's see. Yeah. So what's up, Chris? You gonna take
Go on.
part in eating the baby seal?
I mean, I really enjoyed Madman. It had really good special effects. The Fred scene, we already went over all that. But the thing about TP, like, it's a really strange nickname, and I think the reason why he has so many girl problems is because he has a really tiny penis.
Because I thought he got dumped a lot.
I was
Yeah.
watching it with my daughter, and I'm just like, oh yeah, toilet paper. So yeah. So
Yeah.
all right, you got to see it in the theater.
Yeah.
I'll forever be jealous. So
It's there's just so many. All of those 80s, except Chris, have you seen Final Exam yet?
Final Exam, yes, yes, I
Oh,
have.
Oh my God. I saw that on a double feature with Mausoleum.
okay.
Wanted to take my life.
What's funny about Final Exam is the producer had no bones about it, and he didn't care. He told everybody we're ripping slasher flicks off, so we're going to take everything from here, there, and everywhere. And that's the
Yeah,
one where
yeah.
the
They did the same thing with Dr. Giggles.
yeah, it's just, yeah, he's just going to start killing chicks, people,
That
and
Dr. Giggles at least had characters. And
yeah,
so
Yeah,
Jaws had characters. Jaws 2 had a
Jaws 2. Yeah, that's a
that's
slasher
correct.
flick
Yeah,
with a shark.
right.
Um,
I
yeah,
love slasher movies. I say, give me the menu. I don't, just
I'm the same way. I mean, I like character building too, but I love a menu.
yeah, just
yeah.
well, then you must have loved Cemetery Gates because I got
Oh
seven
yeah, I had to go out and buy it just so I could watch it because they took it off of Tubi and everywhere. So I was like, I gotta give me a copy now.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't even know how I got on there in the first place. I don't know. I don't know how any of that works. I just
Yeah, I don't know. I got a copy of it now, but yeah, it's a great movie. That one's very
Mhm.
bloody.
Oh yeah, yeah,
oh yeah, it is. Anyway, enough about me. We're here to praise Madman.
yeah. I mean, not
Uh,
club the babies. It doesn't matter. Uh, there's a lot of awkward performances, I guess, in the flick. Uh, but I'm one of those people where I'm kind of like, well, they were trying, and just I don't know. I like to cover that up with, oh, it has a lot of charm. Um,
really, that's
I,
what you want to pick on. That's how about moving to the left so I can see your Oscar? Where's he did the best they could. I mean, look at the
it's
makeup.
got heart, man. That's what I'm saying. Like it's I'll root for this movie any day. I'll fight a guy in a parking lot over Madman. Um,
Don't get crazy. Look, now
no,
you get crazy.
just saying.
We were here, and now you're all the way up here
It's got to be extra.
now. It's not that
Um,
good.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great movie, but it has it
yeah.
has its issues, of course.
No,
Yeah.
it's a creature of its time. I
Mhm.
mean, they don't make them like that, and they shouldn't try because they can't.
No, that's
First of
just like
all, they
that
spend
throwback a lot of people are trying to do nowadays. I get it because the early 80s is a perfect setting for, a body count film.
Yeah,
And but you can tell, man, you can tell. I don't care how much you're like
I think what they're missing is in the remakes and the reboots. This is
mm,
just my theory. It belongs to me.
Pam.
That they make the remakes in Hollywood, so they got all
Mm,
the pretty people, right? But in the originals, it was the East Coast
Yep.
with all the real looking New Jersey, New York
yeah,
actors.
Exactly. Look at Shelley in Friday 3. Like, you know, uh,
Or Sleepaway Camp. I mean, those,
I love
yeah.
the
and they
Hooters.
brought wardrobe. See, in the Hollywood versions, they don't think about that because like I met this actor. His name is Gary Maselli, and he is the epitome of the 80s slashers actors. I want to make a slasher movie with him now because I'm like, I found the missing element. It's like, it's he would be good in it. But anyway, I digress. But I'm just saying that's one of the things they get wrong is that the casting was just important because those look like real people.
Yeah,
Look at
like real
Friday
teenagers, real
the
kids.
piece of crap. It was like, they shook a magazine and actors fell out or
Yeah.
models fell out. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah. They should go back and just go cheap with it and get some really young people.
yeah, I want to see pretty people get killed. Very horrible.
That make me a bad person.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, no, exactly. Because
So that's
well,
one of the things. I
especially
mean,
My Bloody Valentine, they went out to like the deep, deep Canadian wilderness and found those actors.
Yeah,
right.
Because it's
And then in the
they're
remake,
all
they just threw a rock at the set of Supernatural and said, "Okay, who's on hiatus?"
yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like so. That's why there's no thought put into these films. They
Mhm.
don't look
yeah,
at those movies and say what made them special, like
Mhm.
that Black Christmas piece of crap. Why?
Oh
yeah.
Why?
nope. It no. No.
They owned the property. They knew the title was going to make X amount of money, and there you go. And I would do the same damn thing.
Well, see, because Hollywood views films as products, obviously.
Right. Well, that's what they are. That's all they
Yeah,
are. No art.
indie
There's
people.
no art in Hollywood.
Yeah, you guys pour your heart and soul into the film, your piece. That
Yeah.
sounds bad. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so, but no, I love I love 80s slasher flicks, man, because they saw how successful Halloween was, and then everybody was like, "Well, we can make that for $1.50," and just they were everywhere, man.
Yeah.
I find new ones all the time, you know.
I wish I could go back in time. That those 2 year period, 80 to 82, was like magic. Like
Mhm.
just the best time at the movies. Because you
And
know,
the heyday of Fangoria, like it was awesome, man. It was awesome, you know.
yes, from like 78 to 85, I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
was like the best. I almost said decade, but that's this many years. So, um, but no, but I would love to go back to that because but
Mhm.
like I said, I was lucky because I saw all of them in the theater.
Ah, ah,
Thursday, all of them. I mean, because they had those dollar theaters.
yeah.
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 Did you have drive-ins back then?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Around where you at?
Yeah. They had them. You
Well, I
know.
mean, I know they did. And I mean, like where he was at.
I think I've been in. Um,
No, no, not at all. Not at all. Like I was driving down the road, but I meant like
I
around
know,
like
man.
where he was
Ah,
living.
God, cool shit up there.
we used to just show them on the cave wall, and then dinosaur walk by, shoo, shoo.
Sounds like my
Um,
daughter.
I'm
She
so
says that
glad,
shit.
glad that driveways. I'm so glad that driveways are back because parking's a bitch. No, that drive-ins are back. Of course,
Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad for people like Joe Bob that are, no matter what, it's just driving, driving, driving. Like that's, love hearing that stuff.
all of these movies need to be seen on the big screen. I'm so glad Friday the 13th is going to be re-released
So,
because
Yeah.
when I
I'm
was
hoping they put that in the
it's a
drive-in.
different movie. It is a different movie on the big screen. It really is.
Hmm?
Yeah. Same with Jaws. Jaws I saw recently in the drive-in, and that was a total
Seen
different.
Jaws in the theater. That was amazing. That was amazing.
This is-
So
The Exorcist. The
yeah,
Exorcist was amazing, especially when they brought it back with the extra footage.
yes,
Oh,
got to see it when they did that. A spider walked down the stairs.
Right,
Um,
that was fine, and the stuff in the doctor's office was fine. But why
mm,
did they put the ghost face on the kitchen
I don't
area?
know. See,
That
that's
was
why I don't like directors going back and toying with the movies. George Lucas before they put him back in the theater because it's like, well, it's not the same movie. Yeah, it's
yeah.
called the thing, but it's not the same movie. Um, I know one good thing in Tampa every year they're starting to beef up the movies they show in the theaters in downtown. So they started showing Halloween and the Evil Dead trilogy in the last couple of years.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, definitely going to take advantage of that.
right.
And
Well, I got spoiled because when I lived in the heart. I lived in the heart of Hollywood, and at the Egyptian Theater,
oh man, the heyday. Yeah,
they showed older films all the time, and at
yeah,
the Cinerama Dome too. So I got to see Aliens, and I mean, I saw them all before, but it was nice to see them again
Yeah.
yeah.
because,
That's
like Star Wars, that should not be seen on TV and
yep,
not on your phone. You should be watching Star Wars on your phone.
yep.
Um,
I got to see him in what '97 before he added, or no, was it that? No, yeah, that's when he added the crap to it. That's right.
yeah, he added it. In,
But still, it was cool to see the other stuff. I was just like holding
Yeah.
my head during Jabba's palace scene with the whole whatever whatever. But yeah, you have to see Star Wars on the big screen, definitely.
yeah. So I'm glad. So I hope drive-ins stay. I mean, I want the virus to go away, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
there are some good things like I don't have to ride with people on the train anymore. That's good.
Yeah, it's made me be able to stay home and watch horror movies for work
Oh yeah.
purposes.
Yeah. I watch at least one a day now, maybe two.
R&D, R&D. Um,
Hey,
you know,
is that the DVD?
yeah, this is the Anchor Bay DVD
Oh,
that
okay.
Apparently, this one's hard to find because I looked this up on eBay a couple times, and it goes for like 70, $80. Oh, he does. Yeah, that's awesome. What is it? Movie Stop for $2.
I had this. Well, I knew I had it.
But see, I got the
Yeah,
post.
I forgot I had that. Oh, look at the dust.
Mine. Yeah, same thing. But yeah, love it.
Then what the hell did I buy the stupid Blu-ray for? Oh, look, there's story.
I know. I got liner notes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Such a nerd.
I just take 2 minutes to bitch about Blu-ray. So if you watch this DVD, right? Okay, it's gonna have a cool menu and all kinds of stuff. You watch this, it's a still that you have to click and point to move around.
Oh, it's lame. This one actually has autoplay. I know if you put it in the DVD player and hit close, it just starts. So yeah, that's good for me because I'm lazy.
So is this the same commentary that's on the Blu-ray?
I think so. This was transferred from the Anchor Bay release to, I think, the Blu-ray one you have. There's another version, and that's the anniversary edition, I think. It's called 30 Years, The Legend Still Lives, blah, 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 blah. That's the one that they sapped all the color out of.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the one. I think that's why this is like sought after, because, the color has been played with.
I miss Anchor Bay. Don't you miss Anchor Bay?
Oh man, I miss them so much. They're still around, but I think they lost all their horror licenses. All right, final thoughts on Madman. What are your last words on the subject?
They thought they were alone.
Fucking Richie's gonna pay for that window.
Mr. Sales, call me. We'll do the Broadway musical. I'm telling you, it would work.
Listen, they did one for Night of the Living Dead and Evil Dead, so I don't, know. Plus, I want to see Madman Mars like twinkle toe across the stage and shit, singing, Nobody Gets Me.
I was thinking more like Black Sabbath's Fairies Wear Boots. I think that really fits Madman Mars. Listen, as much as we've dogged the movie, I think its opening weekend, wasn't it like up there with E.T.?
So what'd you think, Chris? What were your final thoughts? Final words?
Madman, I'd say I'd give it 7 out of 10. I mean, it's a pretty damn good movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. Joe Bob had on one of his shows. All around great movie, but does have, of course, its little issues. But definitely worth a watch.
Awesome. I'm right there. Definitely go see it. It's if you're a fan of slasher flicks, it's in the cycle. I will add to it though that it does play. I think it plays better when it's you and a couple friends watching the movie.
Yeah.
Because then it can go either way. You can be like, man, this is captivating stuff, or you can just start ripping on it. Either way, but you have to respect it a little bit, because
we love.
Exactly. Like I love the genre, and I give them a lot of kudos for having gotten to the point where they're interviewing for actors and actresses, and then all of a sudden you have to change all your stuff around.
Yeah.
So it's like that's cool. That's cool.
On the spot, changing the whole script.
Yeah. So, but I dig it, man. It's got interesting stuff in it. Never seen a chick hide in a fridge before.
That was different.
Yeah, and then some of the shots are real pretty. Like that one you mentioned where you can see him behind the buildings and stuff. That's pretty cool. And I'm a big fan of the music. Bum bum bum.
Stop you.
Yeah, it had a good score.
He's gonna be.
So those overhead angles of those people lying head to head.
Yeah.
I guess it's implied that they're getting
angle. I have to act out. So there's like the low angles of the house look scarier. Like
that whole scene is hot garbage, man. Because it's like he starts going on some kind of Norman Bates what the hell ever. I have to return some videotapes thing.
Yeah.
And it's are they smoking weed? What the hell? So, but I dig it.
There's more than 4 teenagers together. You just have to assume they smoke pot.
Exactly. If there's more than 3 and they're not having dirty sex, they're smoking the drugs, smoking the devil's lettuce.
Usually, yeah. So
Madman. Go watch it.
Oh yeah, yeah. And next time we'll be back with Train to Busan.
Yes.